Good morning, everyone. This is Mark Payne with SNAP, Strategic Nonprofit Alliance Partnership, and this is unbelievable how times have changed. If you know me, we've been doing this face to face for the last 15 years in Tallahassee. So I'm so excited that you're here. But more importantly, I'm excited to have our guest speaker today, Alice Lee Stansberry with Stansberry Consulting. If you're in the Big Bend area, you know Alice Lee, you know what she does for our community. And furthermore, you probably have seen her name in the Tallahassee Democrat just about every Sunday, along with Kelly Oddie, writing good words of wisdom about the nonprofit sector here locally. So, Alice Lee, from your experience, what's the 6 fundraising fails and what do they do about it? What do nonprofits do about these fails?
Well, there's a lot of reasons that fundraising fails, Mark, but I think there are 6 that are the primary reasons. And sometimes they're hidden barriers to fundraising success. And the first one is no written fundraising plan. So a series of events is not a written plan, because the secret sauce is what's happening between those events where you're building and deepening relationships. The second one is no board ownership of the fundraising plan or of the fundraising program itself. So the board's got to be engaged and involved and know the plan, adopt the plan, and follow it and participate in it. The third one is unrealistic goals. You know, if you need to raise $1 million in the next 12 months and you have 17 donors, you know, you might struggle with that. And so the best predictor for what you will raise this year is typically what you've done the year before. And based on, now, if you add staff, you add your capacity, that may improve. But I see a lot of unrealistic goals going on out there, which sabotages the fundraising plan from the beginning. Number 4, and this is going to sound surprising, but nobody's asking. No one is asking. And yeah, you know, no mission, no money. And I know you see that in your work. No mission, no money. So you have to be asking. Even with gas prices going crazy, no matter what's happening, you have to be asking. The 5th one is not telling your best story. And by what I mean by that is, this is who we are and what we do. Okay, that sounds fine. But if you want a gift, you've got to say, this is who we are, this is what we do, and here's why it matters. Unless you get to the why it matters, you're not really telling your best story, which is what's going to inspire, compel, motivate someone to want to give to the cause and give to your organization. And then the last one is no CEO involvement. You know, the CEO's got to be involved. There will be donors, quite frankly, that will just simply expect to be asked by the highest ranking person. And they're going to expect that relationship to be cultivated by the CEO. And they've got to have the bigger the number, the more zeros at the end, the more they have to know, like, and trust the CEO. So those are the 6 primary reasons that I see that fundraising fails.
All right, I got to ask one more question. I
Okay,
can't help myself.
hit me.
From your experience in our local market, if you would,
Yeah.
what percentage do you see fundraising or charitable giving or those type of things as it relates to someone's budget? Is it, what percent would you say is a rule of thumb that you see?
You know, I would say there's not a rule of thumb. I've got
Okay.
clients that the philanthropy part of their budget is less than 10%. And I've got other clients that their budget, the charitable gifts piece, is more like 75, 80%. So it just depends on, you know, the nature of the organization, the kind of work that they do, how they were founded. It's such a range. It's just such a range.
Right.
So those that are heavily reliant on philanthropy, you know, they're pedaling pretty fast.
And I'm going to throw one more question in there.
Okay.
Planned giving.
Yes.
Give me your thoughts on it.
I'm preaching it, believe me. And I like to call it legacy giving, right?
Okay, I like that word.
Because that's about what the donor is thinking about. Oh, well, I've supported this organization during my lifetime. I'd like to support it beyond my lifetime. I want to leave a legacy. So, and legacy giving is kind of like that slow drip of water, as opposed to the event, you know, that's kind of that one-time wonder. You know, planned giving, legacy giving is just continually getting that message out. Would you consider including our organization in your will or estate plan? Would you like to leave a legacy? Here's how you can help. We have an endowment fund, those kind of just ongoing messages. So I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alice Lee, thank you so much for your knowledge. Thank you for your love of our community and for the nonprofit sector. It is appreciated. Thank you guys so much for joining us with our SNAP video. As you know, this is our first video that we've put together, and we appreciate your attendance.